dear students. In our previous class, we had seen how the auxiliaries are used with the primary, okay, how the substitution table are used, and along with that substitution table, we had seen with the examples of primary auxiliaries. Today, we are going to see and deal with the model auxiliaries, how the model auxiliaries are used in different examples. Okay, however, the video of all these things I had uploaded in my previous classes. If you just subscribe to that, you can just see all those videos, and you can just learn all these things whenever you are free, and English will be very easy for you, as you'll be knowing some of the rules of these auxiliaries and substitution table, and how that will be helpful for you to understand the things, and make things easier for you in order to speak and write English in a fluent way. Okay, now we are going to deal with the module auxiliaries in this present video. See, I have been telling in my previous videos about the auxiliary that these are basically time oriented, and these are okay. This just shows you how we use time in different sequence. Okay, so I had also done this for you in my previous videos, and that auxiliaries are divided into two primary, main forms. However, in some of the books they give as marginal auxiliaries also, but here we have basically taken the primary auxiliaries and model auxiliaries. Okay, primary auxiliaries with examples I have shown you in my previous video. Today's my concern is about the model auxiliaries. So what are model auxiliaries and how we are going to use that in different examples that we are going to see in today's video. Okay. Model auxiliaries are basically 10 to 12 model auxiliaries are there. In some of the books they tell only tell, like will, would. See, all these are separate. For your convenience I have put it together. However, if you read any grammar book, all the things will be given you in a separate form. But from the point of view of the viewers, and from the point of learning things in a easier way, I have put it into this table so that you can understand along with the. See, first letters are same: will, would, ww, shall, should, shall, ss. See, it is easy for you to, it is quite easy for you to remember, isn't it? Will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must, ought, need, dare. Some of the books skip these two concepts like need and dare, and some of the grammar books have these concepts like need and dare. So I have used those in this chart as well. Now this substitution table is, as we know, first person singular is I, first person plural is we, second person singular is you, second person plural is you, third person singular is he, she, third person plural is they. So okay, this is how we have seen all these things. I have dealt with these things in detail in the other video, so you can see that. I'll be giving you in the description link there. So today's concern is about the model auxiliaries. See, while doing the future tense, I have told you that will and shall should be used for all the future forms. Okay, so will and shall will be used for all the future forms, irrespective of any substitution table. So for all substitution tables, we are supposed to use will and shall if at all we are using the future tense form. Now suppose if I give like this, you may just understand the outline. But in order to make things easier, I have just taken one of the examples with each of the auxiliaries. However, the objects are same. I have changed the auxiliaries here so that I may be able to make you realize the same subject with the same object, but when the auxiliaries are changed, overall meaning can also change. See, the first auxiliary I have selected is will. I will read the book. I have given in bracket. These are applicable to all persons and numbers. So persons and numbers, as you know, these are persons. First person, second person, third person. These are persons column, and these are numbers column, singular and plural. I, we, you, he, she, it, they. So this is applicable for all columns, like persons and noun numbers. So this is quite clear, isn't it? I will read the book. What is the meaning of that? I will read the book. You have made a point of reading a book and you are telling definitely that you will read the book. There is no doubt at all. Suppose you are using I shall read the book. Okay. Suppose you are telling I shall read the book. What would be the expression there? Shall means you may read or you may not read. The concept is not that sure. And remember, one word doesn't have the same meaning for every sentence that you use. It depends on the sentences that you use. Okay, suppose if you tomorrow you're going, you're the new person in the college. Okay, suppose you got admitted in the college late, and you are a new okay comer there, and suppose you want to join some of the group of friends, and if they are going, you will ask them, shall I join you? Shall I join you? You're asking them the permission there. So before joining, you're just asking. You'll never tell, will I join you? So I hope you are okay. You are now able to recognize that basic difference between will and shall. Will is used that yes, definitely you are going to do. Shall is probably you may do or you may not do, or in certain context it may also use for be used be it may also be used to ask a permission. Shall I come with you? Shall I take your pen? Shall I eat the food? Blah blah blah. I mean, any examples as such. Now I would read the book. That means I would. That means you would have read the book, or see, I'll give you a better example. Say, uh, I would go to the party, but it was raining. You're giving a reason. I would read the book. Probably I would, I may, like that. Okay. So this would, may, and should all okay. Would, could, and may almost has a slight may. Okay. Similarities with these things. I would read the book means you may read the book as such. I shall read the book, you're seeing whether to read or not. I should means compulsory you're going to read the book. You are supposed to read the book. Okay. I can read the book. You're able to read the book. What is the meaning of can? That you can do that. Means you're able to do that. Okay. I can. You're it's like will. Okay. Can means there is 100% possibility that you can do that. You have the capacity to do that. Only then you will be using can. Okay. I can read the book. Suppose if you do not know any language, and if you are telling I can read the book, is that possible? No. Suppose you know English and you can read the book, is it possible? Yes. Only then when your capacity is like that, means when your capacity is that you can read the book, only then you will be telling that you can read the book. Now I could read the book. You're giving a reason here. I could have. Okay, I can. See, could means I could read the book, but there was certain things out of which I could not read. That's the way that you are expressing here. I could read the book, but you did not give me an opportunity. I could read the book, but it was too late. I could read the book, but lights were off. Now you're giving reason for that. Okay, you have not done that, but still you are giving a reason for that. Like good has a different meaning in different contexts, isn't it? So it depends on the sentence. All the auxiliaries depends on the sentence that you are using. Okay, so it is very important for you to understand a language, understand how a language is used. Only then, see, the more you hear certain words, the more you hear the language, you will be able to learn things in a better way. Not that you can only learn through grammar. See, grammar is the last priority. Only the first priority for you is to listen the language as much as possible. Grammar is just an outline. Grammar is like just a guideline to show you what is right and what is wrong, what you are supposed to use, where you are supposed to use, how you are supposed to use. This is what grammar shows you. However, grammar doesn't give you 100% okay flexibility with the language. Grammar just shows you 95% of rules and 5% of exceptions and 5% of okay In that 5%, 3% of okay, so 3%, 5%, there is exception. In that 3% exception and 2% of common sense also should be used in language. Okay, not that always grammar applies. If that was the case, see, when we used like substitution table, you are, though it is a singular subject, why are we using plural auxiliary? This is an exception, isn't it? Likewise, there are certain exception in grammar. You should be knowing those things, but still, what I'm trying to do is you can just know this outline. Once you know this outline, it is easy for you to learn. However, what I'm trying to tell is you should listen a language as much as possible. First, don't go to the grammar segment. Just go to the audio segment and learn as much as you can. Just see the Cartoon Networks in English. You can just see the, I mean, you can just listen to the news in radio. You can just listen to the news in audio, anything like that in English. If so many words you're okay, if you're listening, if you're getting into the habit of listening, all these things will become very easy for you. This is just in the primary segment. You'll be using where I should be using could, where I should be using would, what is the meaning of shall. All these things you will be having doubt only when you don't use the language. Do you have any doubt regarding your mother tongue? No. You are 100% sure when to use what. Similarly, in auxiliaries also, in language also, in any context also, what matters is how much you have listened to a context, how much you have listened to the concept, how much you are able to respond to that in a given situation. So that all matters. So once you learn the language, once you know how to use the language, things becomes very clear. Why I'm making this video is some of the students who don't have first language first language what exposures of English, they'll be finding it difficult for them to manage their day-to-day activities in English, whether it be in the area of job, whether it be in the area of learning sector, whether it be area of anything for that matter. English is just a difficult concept for them. For them to make things easier, I'm just using English to make them quite easy. My efforts are to make English quite easy. Since my mother tongue is Hindi, though I stay in India. India is a secular country. India is a land of various languages. Though there are various languages, our mother tongue is different. We don't get directly introduced to English, isn't it? So, what I'm trying to do is, I'm just trying to make things familiar for those who want to learn English. This is just a guideline. This is not everything. This is just a guideline. What you're doing, when you're doing, how you're doing, that's it. But the main importance is left on you, how you are going to improvise your language. The more you read, the more you understand, the more you listen to the language, only then you can learn a language in a better way. First you should pay importance to the listening, then you should pay importance to the speaking, then to reading and writing. Altogether these are called LSRW. But let me not go in detail. Just I'm making you to understand the thing in a better way. I hope now you will be able to understand things in a better way. Okay, now next example that we are going is may. May means, again, there is a possibility. I may read. You're not sure. When you're not sure, you may tell, I may read book from morning. Okay, so this is how you are going to express yourself. Might, again, this is a possibility. I might read. You're not sure again. Okay, what's the difference between may and might then? Okay, see, may is like, uh, must is just it's compulsory. Must, should, all these things are compulsory. Now, would, could, may, might, all these things are like, no, these are like, there are possibilities of you to read. You may, you're not willing 100%, but you're okay, you may have a liking to read that, like that. Okay, Then must is certainly obligation that you are supposed to read. I must read the book. Then ought means you had to do. Now since the time has gone, like ought means had to, you had to work hard but you have not done that. You had to read book but you have not done that. Only when you have not done that you will be telling ought. I ought to read book, but I have not done that. You are just telling that. I had to read book is also same. I ought to read book is also same. You can use out of these two expressions whichever you can use. These are called expressions, isn't it? In English, we don't tell like we don't tell like using of okay what letters or words. It is called expression at higher language. So you just learn all these expressions. Okay, next need. I need to read book. Need to. So this is also can be used. Dare. I dare to read book. I dare to read book means you should have a courage to read book. I dare to read book. Though okay, you have a courage to read book is what dare is supposed to mean. I need to read book. This is your necessity to read book. Okay, dare to read book, you have the courage to dare to read the book. So this is how we use model auxiliaries with okay, different examples I have shown you. However, the subjects are same. You can put any other subject. However, the objects are same. However, main verb, okay, what we call main verb is also same. I've just changed the model auxiliary so that okay, so that I may show you how the, if just the auxiliaries are changed, how the meaning also changes. So I hope you will get into the practice of listening to the audios of English, listening to the news of English, okay, listening to some of the cartoons of English or seeing them. Okay, so you just get into the habit of listening more and more so that these things will be easy for you. You'll automatically learn all these things once you start listening. You'll be able to learn the language in a more better way when you start listening to certain language expressions. Okay, I hope this video was helpful for you. If you have not understood anything, or if the video was somewhat different to you, just tell me in the comment section there. If it was useful also, just let me know so that I may, okay, improvise myself. There are certain improvements for me to do. Let me know, and if there are any questions, please feel free to ask your questions. Thank you. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye.